What's up, fam? Hope everybody's doing fantastic out there. Today we've got a treat, taking a look at a new Kansept. These have been out for just a little bit. They are still available, thank God. But this is the Cybin, Edgy Bladeworks, Mr. Scott Steels, North Carolina native, fellow North Carolinian. He's only honestly about 45 minutes, maybe an hour from me, out there in Asheville, the Asheville area. But yeah, taking a look at this thing. So 2.29 inches on the blade. This is the Frag S35. Now, I do wish I would have went ahead and got the Damascus version. I think the Damascus was absolutely gorgeous, and I think I would have liked the dark wash on the handles a little bit more. But that being said, this is going to end up going to go see Colin anyway to get some treatment to these handles, so no big deal. Not really too concerned about that. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the knife here again. 2.29 inches, 7.59 overall, 4 ounces. Definitely has some weight to the hand. It feels it feels heavier than it looks, if that makes any sense at all, because we are looking at some fairly chunky titanium bits here, and a definitely not a thin chunk of S35. Scott does build knives that are ready to work, and his design here is no exception. So pricing on these things is really good. You're looking at $169 for the Frag versions. That includes the Damascus, and then the slick-sided standard ones are $159. The name Cybin, if the thumbnail wasn't evident enough, the Cybin, it's actually named after a psychedelic compound that's found in about 200 different species of shrooms. So that gives you a little bit of insight into the naming there. But fantastic design. I've had honestly any of Scott's knives on my grail list for quite some time, and I'm hoping to add some of his actual customs to the knife collection sometime very soon. But until then, this will scratch that itch for a little while. Let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at the close-up, see what we're looking at. And so again, we have the bronzed Frag titanium black hardware. Kansept does a phenomenal job with their fit and finish, as always. Half-length backspacer titanium as well, blacked out, again, on that black hardware. I love the Frag pattern. It's nice and grippy, but also not too rough. Pocket clip looks funky. I mean, very funky, but it works. It works very well in and out of the pocket, no problem. Even with the Frag, it doesn't snag or anything like that. Did a great job on that. T8 hardware, except for the pocket clip, all T6 on that. This is number 10 of 300. I honestly didn't even know these things were limited, or that they were numbered, until after I got it to unbox it, which was kind of a relief to realize that I actually got one. Again, thanks to my brother and my wife for the Christmas present. So S35, there's all your branding and beautiful stone wash. I love this blade shape. It's a, I don't know, scimitar-esque looking, just clip, drop, I don't know, chopper, cleaver, clip cleaver. Yeah, there we go, clip cleaver. Funky design. It just really is. It just works for me. If you guys are familiar with his actual logo, it kind of looks like a rhino a little bit, so that kind of makes sense. Blade hole, fantastic. There's his more safe for work logo, we'll call it. Taking a look at the grind here. Plunge grind is, it's actually not a bad plunge grind, just not a ton of sharpening toil there, but you are kind of up into that plunge grind already there from the factory. No big deal there. Again, I'm not concerned with that aesthetic at all. Just got to point that out for the folks that are. Sharpening wise, it does look pretty symmetrical. Looks like they did a pretty good job there. This tip should be fairly easy to see. And let's see if we can't get that focused in. Yep, tip looks to be spot on. No issues there. And again, just taking a look at all of that here. Your lock bar side. Lockup is phenomenal. Can't really get any better. And we are dead centered. So the knife itself is, again, it's a really, really, really good one. I have absolutely zero complaints with this knife. You know, there's no jimping to speak of on it, which, again, as I've stated 100 times, I'd rather have no jimping than bad jimping. And this one, again, does not disappoint in that area. The handle being frag gives plenty of grip, so I don't need anything else on the handle. I'm not missing anything. You've got this really nice swooped scallop cut out in the blade, which works really great as a spot for your finger. And then the finger choils there, you know, again, grab your hand really well. So you've got great control here with that grip. You know, there's no need for a choke up spot or anything like that. You can spread out a little bit and get in on that thumb root, on that swoop in the blade again to have your spot for your thumb. But you can also just choke back and be right here. And again, it's not uncomfortable, no issues there. You don't feel the pocket clip at all. I mean, not even a little bit. So fantastic job on that. Just again, a really well done knife. Kansept executed it very well, and Scott's design is, I mean, it's very typical of Scott's designs. He does some pretty awesome stuff, and you know, it's definitely an Edgy Bladeworks design, that is for sure, and it's one that, again, I'm very proud to own. I'm very happy to see him starting to get a little more recognition out there, starting to get his name out there a little bit more, and you know, it's definitely well deserved. He's a great human being as well. If you've never had the pleasure of meeting him or talking with him, you know, I try to suggest to everyone, get to a blade show. If you can't go, if you can't do anything else, you know, figure it out, plan it a year ahead of time, plan it 2 years ahead of time, whatever. Figure out a way of getting to Blade Show Atlanta, if nothing else, and just, you know, plan to go all 3 days and have fun. Come out, enjoy the community, and talk to folks that you've never got to talk to, or talk to folks that you've only talked to online. And it's definitely worthwhile. That was you know, where I got to meet and talk with Scott for a little while. Same thing with getting to meet, you know, Donnie at Blessed Knives. I mean, that's another incredibly talented designer who deserves to have his name out there. There's so many. I'm not going to sit here and try to name people, because I'm going to forget somebody, leave them out, and then I'll feel bad. But definitely, again, guys, make sure you are checking out some of these smaller designers that are starting to do big things, starting to get their names out there, which is awesome. But yeah, anyway, guys, let's go ahead and check out the hardware on this thing. So I believe it is T6 and T8 hardware. Should be T8s everywhere except for the pocket clip. Very good job on that. I think that's T6, yeah. So, oh no, I was wrong. It is T6s. Wow, those look like T8s. So T6s everywhere. My apologies on that. But they are very well done, T6s. They're trying to grab the screwdriver bit. That's very well done. So no issues there. I have carried this thing. Blade it performs very well right out of the box. Seems to be holding up very well. No issues whatsoever there. That's all I got for you guys today. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Please remember to be kind, be humble, and be EDC. Y'all take care.